Short sale, foreclosure, what is the difference? I know it can be confusing because they both involve the bank. However, they are very different, and I'm going to explain how right now. What's up, you guys? I'm Annemarie LaTulip with eXp Realty out here in Billerica, Massachusetts, which is a small suburb north of Boston. Okay, so what is the difference between a short sale and a foreclosure? Well, I'll start with a foreclosure. A foreclosure is a property that is owned by the bank. Sometimes you'll hear it referred to as an REO property, which stands for real estate owned. So if you hear that somebody might be defaulting on their mortgage or somebody is in the process of foreclosure, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bank owned yet. The property cannot be put on the market and sold publicly until it is legally owned by the bank. Okay, and that process can take a very long time, and that is called a foreclosure. Now, a short sale is very different. In a short sale, the owners of record, the owners of the property, are still the legal owners. However, what they owe on the property to the bank is much more than they could ever get for a sale in the public market. In other words, the home isn't worth what they still owe the bank. Maybe they've refinanced a bunch of times, or maybe they bought when the market was really, really high. In any case, the seller knows that they're not going to get enough money from the sale to pay off the bank. So what they do is they attempt to sell it short. That's where the name comes in, because in any short sale, the owner will have to get approval from the bank to take a loss. Here's how it usually works. The homeowner will hire an agent, or not, but usually hire an agent, and just like a normal sale, will put it on the market and try to get offers from buyers, like in any sale. When they get the highest offer, they will then submit that offer to the bank, and the bank will start the process of a short sale approval. This can take a really long time. It can take sometimes up to 6 months or longer because it has to go through so many hands before the final approval. Now, if the bank is happy with the number that the seller received in the offer, then hopefully it'll be easy and the bank will say, okay, we accept this loss, go ahead and move forward with the offer and we will start the short sale process. Now, say for example, you owe $550,000 on your house, but it's only worth $450,000 in the current market. It's unlikely that the bank will accept a $100,000 loss, but what they might do is come back and say, okay, well, if you can get an offer for $525,000, we'll accept a $25,000 loss. At that point, you can put it back on the market and say the price has to be $525,000, non-negotiable, so that we can complete our short sale. In those cases, the timing is a lot shorter because you already have a number that's approved by the bank. You just need to find a buyer that's willing to pay that amount. Now, once you get a buyer under contract with an approved number by the bank, the time frame is usually the same as a regular sale. Now, you might ask yourself, well, why would somebody want to do a short sale? Usually it's a case of being close to foreclosure, maybe missing a few mortgage payments, you've gotten some notices from the bank, and you know that you can't get caught up, or maybe the foreclosure process has started and the only way to get out of the mortgage is to sell the property with a short sale. That's usually when you'll see the short sales begin to happen. However, it's important to keep an eye on what's happening. If the foreclosure process has already started, it's possible that if it takes a long time for negotiations of the short sale, that the property could get foreclosed on in the meantime. I've had this happen. The short sale department does not talk to the foreclosure department. They operate independently. So if you're about to list a property or sell your own property and the foreclosure process has already begun, then you're going to want to really keep an eye on that during the short sale negotiations, because it could happen that if the negotiations take too long, that the foreclosure could happen during that time frame. Usually the first sign of a foreclosure is what's called the Soldiers and Sailors letter, which I can't even say, Soldiers and Sailors letter. That's usually the very first sign of a foreclosure. So ask the seller, check the public record. If that letter has already been sent, then you really are going to want to stay on top of things during the short sale negotiation. Okay, so there you have it. Foreclosure, usually a lot easier than a short sale. It's already owned by the bank. Your offer goes to the bank. You negotiate with the bank, and that's it. Short sale is much trickier because there's a lot of people involved. So if you're handling a short sale, just make sure you cross all your T's and dot your I's. Hope you found that helpful. Once again, I'm Annemarie LaTulip with eXp Realty. And if you like my videos, please go ahead and subscribe, the little red buttons right there, or even drop a comment if you want me to answer a question for you. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you on my next video.